This is KTVO's Good Morning Heartland.
Welcome back. We all know that brushing our teeth is important for a clean and healthy mouth. But did you know keeping your toothbrush clean is just as important? We have Dr. Liz Kaz, an Associate Dean for Education and Assessment at A.T. Still University's Missouri School of Dentistry and Oral Health, with us this morning to break it down. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Well,
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on. So I feel like this is an important topic. We don't think about keeping our toothbrushes clean, but it's very important. So what is the protocol of keeping them clean?
Well, there's a few things you want to do. You want to make sure that you rinse it off, get the toothbrush moist, put your toothpaste on, brush, and then when you're done brushing, really rinse it very, very well under the tap water. You don't have to use any special water. And then when you're done with that, turn the toothbrush over and really start tapping it pretty vigorously on the side of your sink. And what you want to do is make sure you get all the toothpaste out. If there's any debris, just get all of that out of the toothbrush. And then what you want to do is let that toothbrush air dry. And the best way to do it is actually to stand it up.
Okay, we actually have a picture of that, if we can show that. So we want to keep it so we want the bristles up on top.
Yeah, okay. Upright, because you want it to air dry. Microorganisms, bacteria, have a tendency to grow in a moist environment. And if you keep the toothbrush horizontal or laying down, or if you cap the toothbrush, you have covers for toothbrush, that actually kind of keeps the moisture in, and then the bacteria has a better chance of growing.
All right, so speaking of bacteria, so I've always heard that you try to, we always have our toothbrushes on the sink and stuff, and usually our toilet is right next to the sink. So when we flush, that actually can spray onto our toothbrushes? Is that true?
Yeah. Anytime that you have water with air pressure, with flushing, for instance, you create what are called aerosols. And aerosols are little droplets, and they go up into the air, and when they settle, they can certainly settle on your toothbrush. Probably more so of importance would really be the fact that you have millions of bacteria in your mouth, so I would probably worry more about that.
Right.
I know it's a morning show, we don't want to get too dicey here, but yeah, it can happen though, yeah. So, protocol would be maybe keep the toothbrush a little further away from the toilet, close the cover when you flush, those sorts of things.
All right, so now let's go ahead and talk about what is the proper protocol with toothbrushes when you're sick?
Yes, probably really the best thing to do is to replace the toothbrush. However, there are some protocols where we call it pre-rinsing, where you would just take maybe one of your mouthwashes and you rinse your mouth, and what that does is it reduces the bacterial load in your mouth, and then brush. A lot of times people will brush and then they'll rinse their mouth, but if you do it kind of in that reverse order, you reduce the number of bacteria. But ideally, replace the toothbrush.
Okay. Now, when should we replace a toothbrush just in general?
Well, manufacturers say anywhere from 2 to 3 months. It really depends on how you use them. I think we have a graphic here of what we would call a splayed or frayed toothbrush. Something like this is a dangerous thing to use because it will harbor more bacteria.
Really?
And if you look at those bristles, they're actually very rough at the ends, and they can abrade your gum tissue, and you can actually get little sores on your gum tissue by using a toothbrush like this.
So as soon as this starts happening, we should automatically replace?
Yeah. It really depends on how much you use your toothbrush. We're hoping frequently, but...
now, does this happen because, you brush too hard?
You brush too hard, you use it too long. Anything after about 3 to 4 months, you really need to replace. And I don't know if you've ever noticed on some of the toothbrushes, on the bristles, there's like a blue little strip.
Yeah.
Okay. That's called an indicator strip. And as soon as that strip starts turning kind of a lighter blue, that's an indicator to you it's time to replace your toothbrush.
Interesting. I just thought that's where you put the toothpaste.
No. That really is designed to kind of give you a heads up that it's getting time to change your toothbrush.
All right, and one more question. I know when we go, there's literally hundreds of different toothbrushes, and they all range from literally 59 cents to $50.
Right.
When it comes to soft, medium, or hard bristle, what does that mean, and what should we actually get?
The ideal toothbrush is soft.
Okay.
I think a lot of people think, oh, I need a hard brush because then I can really scrub and clean. you get the same results without some of the damage that a hard toothbrush can do to the soft tissue, and as well as abrading the tooth surface itself. So soft toothbrush is the way to go.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Kaz. What we'll do is we'll post everything on our website at heartlandconnection.com. Again, thank you so much for coming on.
Great to be here.
And we'll be right back.